Thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it today. Today I wanted to follow up on my previous video. So if you didn't see it, it's the one that I did this morning. So I did that one this morning. Now I'm doing this one. So the one this morning was about getting service connected, getting a win, getting your claim approved without a nexus. And this had to do with presumptive conditions and the magic of a presumptive condition. I'm not going to dive into it right here because I just did that. Now I'm going to talk about with the presumptive condition that you filed for. So in other words, you saw on the list of presumptive conditions, I have whatever it is, whether let's just use Vietnam, you're looking at, let's say you have diabetes. And so now you have diabetes and you served 1 day in Vietnam or 100 days, however many days. You were in Vietnam, you were there, and that's all that matters. And now you have diabetes. That is a presumptive claim. You file it, you don't need a nexus, and you win. Or your Gulf War, you were, burn pits and all that good stuff, and you have rhinitis or sinusitis, and you served during one of those time periods that they're talking about. Bam, you file your claim, you got your diagnosis, don't need to prove your nexus, and bam, you're approved. That's great. It's great that happened, and now you're getting service connected, but you could be service connected at 0. And now don't get me wrong, 0% is a win. Okay, in my book, 0% is a win. That is a big thumbs up because you can work with that. Because a 0% means that the VA has already conceded that you are service connected for that, and you don't ever need to try to prove that it is service connected condition. The problem is that way too many of us don't put in the time or the effort to figure out where we fall on the rating schedule, either during the claim process or right prior to the C&P exam, which is all part of the process, right? So, but what I mean is prior to filing your claim or during the claim process at the C&P exam. So it's really important, right? At the bare minimum, at least do this homework prior to the C&P exam. It's ideal if you do a little more footwork up front prior to filing your claim, but everybody gets a little trigger happy and wants to get their claim in. So you get trigger happy, you get your claim in, and you didn't do all your homework. Oh well, at least it's in and it's moving forward. Now what you need to do is must go through the schedule of ratings, and I've talked about this 1,000 times, right? So this is really specific to, and really it's good for any claim, but really this is a follow-up to the presumptives. You're filing your presumptive, you're happy about it, and you think you're going to get a great rating because the VA is making this a little bit easier. They're just making it easier to get service connected. Again, that could mean 0. So you need to still dive in and take it serious and look through that schedule of ratings and read through it. There's a bunch of different, they call them books, and they're broken down by kind of category. So it could be musculoskeletal, could be mental health, could be neurological, whatever. So anyway, one take, Jake. All right, so moving on. It could be any of those books, right, that you would find your specific condition in. Go into it, find out where your condition lies, open it up, the book, you click on it, comes up in a Word document, and then you can kind of go through it and find it. Find your condition. You can use features in your computer like the finding feature, which is the control and the F button, and up pops a little window that allows you to type something in. So if you have sinusitis, you could type that in, or for any conditions, migraine, right? Whatever. You can type in whatever, and it will take you to where that word shows up. Or you could do it the old school scroll through it way. But the bottom line is find your condition in the schedule of ratings. Then what's going to happen is you are going to want to read each criteria for each rating. So in other words, what it's going to do is it's going to tell you in black and white, you have this condition. All right, great, you have this condition. We, the VA, are going to rate it at this percentage, this percentage or this percentage, for example. So there could be 4 different percentage ratings. There could be a 0, a 10, a 30, a 50, and a 70, we'll just say. So you are going to want to read, okay, well, what does it take? What are they looking for a 0%? Okay, great, I meet all of that. Okay, what are they looking for a 30%? Oh, okay, look, a couple extra things. Yep, I meet all of those. I got all of that. Okay, what's at 50%? Okay, I'm reading all the stuff. Oh, wow, yeah, they've added on some more things. This, that, this duration, this time frames, this, that, this rating here and whatever. Yep, meet all of that. I'm good to go. Go to the next one, 70%. You're reading that one and you go, you know what? I don't have that and I don't have that and nope, I don't meet all that criteria. So great, you don't meet all the criteria for the 70. You are not going to be rated 70% for that. So then drop back down to the 50 and make sure that you copy or write down or print out that snippet so that way you can ensure that you are articulating it back to the C&P examiner when they meet with you. Because I see it all the time. Veteran goes in not prepared, thinks they're going to remember something, or they don't even look at it at all, and they go in and they talk about 3 things, and the 3 things weren't enough to get them to that 30%, so they rate them at a 0. And then the veteran's pissed off. Well, guess what? Avoid that. Read it, find out where you are, take that, print it out, write it down, do something with it, take it with you to the C&P exam, and when they're talking to you, make sure you give them all of that information. Then they'll write it down and they'll pass it on to the VA rater, who is then going to read it, and you know what they're going to say? Wow, let's open up our schedule of ratings and let's look at our C&P exam and all the other evidence in the file, and they're going to compare and contrast, and they're going to look and they're going to see where you fall. And they're going to do the same thing. Is he a 0%? Well, he meets everything for that. Okay, let's see. Is he a 30%? Oh, look, he meets everything for that. Oh, is he a 50? Oh, wow, he meets everything for that. Is he a 70? Oh, nope, he missed a few pieces of the 70, so we're going to back him back down, put him in at a 50. We're going to rate him at 50 or her and send it off. Now you're rated at 50%, and in your award letter that you get, it's going to say, hey, look, we rated you at 50 because you did not meet the criteria for 70. Here's the criteria for 70. Now, if things change over time, obviously, you're going to file for an increase if things get worse. But you're talking about today and now in filing that claim and ensuring that you get the appropriate rating. So with that, I hope that you understand the importance of the schedule of ratings and going in prepared. I mean, you want to do anything else, not being prepared. So don't do this, not being prepared, because you are just going to cause yourself some heartache that's not necessary. So with that, thanks again. I appreciate you. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.